We've been 5 years on the ceasefire lines for the simple reason that the ceasefire lines cannot be changed except through being replaced by a freely negotiated peace. Now, if there is a freely negotiated peace in 5 weeks, then it'll last 5 weeks. If it takes the Arabs 5 or 10 years, then the ceasefire lines can last as long as that. What is quite certain is that the life of the ceasefire lines is equivalent to the duration of non-peace. So that's really a question for the Arab states to answer. It isn't our ambition to have this situation go on for more years, for 5 or 10 or 15 years. Our ambition is to get a settlement with a peace treaty defining the conditions of our coexistence, determining the boundaries. There would be withdrawal to the boundaries determined in the peace agreement, and then a new era of Arab-Israeli cooperation would begin. That is our ambition. The question is, to what measure is it shared by our neighbors, and especially by Egypt?
In the occupied territories, Israel has built 39 settlements. More are planned. To some, they indicate an Israeli permanence, reflecting a desire on the part of Israel not to leave. Do they indeed indicate where Israel would draw the line, or would want to draw the line under a settlement?
Would draw the line, no, because under a settlement we wouldn't draw the line. Israel will not draw the line in a settlement. The line will be drawn by agreement between Israel and its neighbors. But that we have put these very few settlements in places where we think we would like to have territorial change, that is true in some cases. But the territorial matter remains open because the population of the administered areas is an Arab population. The Israeli population has certain representatives, very few, in areas which we think are necessary for security. But basically the peace options are fully open.
Is Israel indeed willing to pull back from the Suez Canal and take a chance, which it would consider a chance that Egypt is willing to make peace?
Yes, in a peace settlement we would not expect to be on the Suez Canal. We would withdraw from the Suez Canal in a peace settlement, certainly.
And to what distance?
To the places and points which are determined in the peace agreement. In other words, we believe that in the Egyptian-Israeli sector, that the experience of past wars, especially in 1967, does indicate that there are places where Israel should stay. But that is what we would want to discuss with the Egyptians in a peace negotiation. It is not our position that we have to stay on the Suez Canal in the event of a peace settlement.